Hi everyone, this is Rebecca Hernandez, and I am going to be talking to you today about control in the workplace. I'm going to start out by asking ourselves, what are some of the basic control processes? You're looking at a couple of things here, like establishing standards, measuring performance against these standards, correcting deviations from standards and plans. A good management system stimulates action by spotting variations from the original plan and points them out for the people who can set them right. So basically, having control in the workplace is pretty essential. You have to be able to control what is going on in the workplace and have some sort of standard of what is expected from employees. You'll have tools to measure versus what you expect them to be doing and what they're actually doing. And then, of course, you'll have to have a corrective plan in place for anybody who deviates from the actual plans. Why are controls needed? Well, controls are needed because they help keep employees in line. Unfortunately, not all employees do what is best for the organization, and for that reason, there are controls and standards put in place. Controls are put in place for things like performance and attendance. This sets the expectation for all employees. Unfortunately, these days, we'd like to think that everybody we hire is going to come in and do a great job. That's always our intention. However, the company needs to be able to protect itself in the event that you do hire someone who decides they are not there to follow the rules and to meet the standards that are set. So for this reason, companies need to protect themselves by having controls and by having standards and consequences for those who don't follow the standards. Like I said, there's going to be some employees who aren't capable of following all standards, and then there are others who are perfectly capable who choose not to follow these standards set in the place. So again, having control over this and having set standards helps protect the company against people who are unwilling to do the necessary work that's cut out. Good control. What does it mean to have good control? Good control means that you are likely to have your goal accomplished. It means that you're prepared for surprises and you are in control of your situation. Control is also future oriented. It plans for what needs to be done in the future and does not reflect on the past or what is already done. So in this case, in control, we're always looking at how we can control future plans. What do we need to do to make sure that this happens in the future? As far as reflecting on the past, it's only as a learning experience. You look back to see something that maybe didn't work in the past and look forward to see how you can correct it. So in this case, control is always good, and looking in the future is always best for the control. Here I went ahead and just put a table that shows us the different areas that are able to be controlled in the workplace. You've got different things like behavior, administrative duties, you've got work rules, policies and procedures, codes of conduct, approval limits, budget reviews, etc. So these are all things that can be controlled in the workplace. As far as personnel, you can control training, assignments, clarify expectations, etc. One of the things that you control also is the performance of the employees. So in this case, if you have specific expectations and they are not being met, then you can control that by, setting the expectation there and then following through with any discipline that needs to come or any corrective matter. Balance scorecard. So how can we use balance scorecards for control? Balance scorecards are used in businesses for helping control the business. The scorecard is used to align business activities to the vision and strategy of the organization, improve the internal and external communications, and monitor organization performance against strategic goals. The old balance scorecards used to be simple performance measurement systems that provided, strategic planning for managers, but the new balance scorecards are very detailed, and it doesn't only just do what it did before, it also provides information to planners to know what should be done next and how it should be measured. helping managers execute their plans more effectively. So we've got some more detail going into these just to help managers out here and let them know and help them plan for what needs to be happening instead of what is currently happening. There's 4 major categories. We've got the financial perspective, the customer perspective, internal business perspective, and the innovation and learning perspective. In this case, the financial perspective asks how the organization should appear to stakeholders. It measures the profitability and stakeholder value. The customer perspective focuses more on the customer concerns like time, quality, performance, service, etc. In the internal business perspective, you focus more on what the organization should be excelling in to satisfy shareholders and customers. So you got to look at what the company needs to be doing to make people satisfied. And lastly, in the innovation and learning perspectives, we ask how the organization would sustain its ability to change and improve to achieve the organization's vision. So if they're not performing a goal, what do they need to be doing to change and meet that and better the vision of the company? That concludes my presentation for balanced scorecards and for control in the workplace. And these are my references. Thank you so much for taking the time today to talk with me about control in the workplace and balanced scorecards.